Just 3 years ago, under Thomas Tuchel's management, Chelsea lifted their second Champions League trophy and they were on top of the world. But fast forward to now, they've been nicknamed the Blue Billion-Pound Bottle Jobs. Life as a Chelsea fan really does suck lately. I mean, last year they finished 12th in the Premier League, which is their worst league finish since 1994. And a disgusting amount of money has been spent in the past 2 years, and somehow they've just got worse. Guys, it's about time a real manager stepped in. And that's where I come in, as for the next 10 seasons, I'm going to take charge of Chelsea to show Pochettino how it's done. I'm going to win them as many trophies as possible, make them the powerhouse they used to be, and ultimately make them Europe's most dominant club. And the takeover wheel is back to make my life easier at Chelsea, or just simply impossible. So here is the Chelsea starting 11 that I've loaded into, and I cannot believe that over £1 billion has been spent on this team and only one player is above 85 rated according to EA. But as you can see, guys, Chelsea's team is actually ridiculously young overall, so whilst it might not be the best team on paper right now, in the future it definitely could be. I mean, we've got players like Mudryk, we've got players like Cole Palmer, and of course Malo Gusto that we can definitely try to build this team around, especially Cole Palmer, by the way. In real life, Chelsea's best player this season by a country mile. And even after over £1 billion spent, we still got 145 million total in our current budget. And as you can see from the leaderboard, guys, Arsenal are still the top dogs with 26 trophies. It's going to be difficult, but we can definitely topple them in this video. But let's be honest, guys, toppling Arsenal isn't going to be easy. This team has got a serious amount of work that needs doing to it. So let's start with the formation. I'm actually going to go for the false 9. Now, this will make all the sense in the world in just a moment when I show you what starting 11 I'm rocking with. And we're partnering this up with the Gegenpress. With how young this team is, it just kind of makes sense to. And after messing with the team a bit, this is the starting 11 I'm comfortable going into season 1 with, prior to making any signings, that is, anyway. Obviously, there's some controversial decisions. Sanchez is in goal over Petrovic. In real life, this would never happen, but EA seem to think that Sanchez is way better than Petrovic, and honestly, I can't go against the ratings if I do want to beat Arsenal in this takeover. Also, Gallagher doesn't get into the starting 11 over Enzo Fernandez, even though Gallagher's definitely had a better season than him in my opinion. And our two wingers are actually going to be Noni Madueke and Mudryk, because unlike Pochettino, I can actually see how good they are, so they're actually going to get the game time they goddamn deserve. However, now that the tactical side's done, we've got this money to spend, but we can't actually spend it because we haven't spun that wheel yet, and we all know how quickly our season can turn upside down once that's happened. So guys, let's see what the wheel gives us in season 1. We could do something really good. What's big boost? Training is paid off. Your starting 11 players all get a +3 in overall. That is actually phenomenal. And guys, just like that, the team looks so much better going into season 1. And the best thing is, we're actually allowed to spend money because the wheel didn't say anything about not making any signings. And despite his improvement, guys, I'm bringing a better keeper in than Sanchez. He'll do nicely on the subs bench whilst I send Petrovic out on loan, but he's never getting in the starting 11 whilst I'm in charge. And with us having 145 million, I figure why not go big and bold in season 1. You guessed it, guys, Luigi Donnarumma, 24 years old, 87 rated. Honestly, at this point, I'm pretty certain I've never bought him in a takeover before, and honestly, I don't see why. He's literally perfect. But more importantly, is within our budget, is we've just had to spend 110 million to make him a Chelsea player. But that's not all I've done. Behind the scenes, I've been training Colwell to become a centre-back. He's already 78 rated now, so he should go up a bit more. 81 rated at 20 years old. Beautiful. Sterling's also been trained to become a left winger, and he goes up to 83 rated too. Madueke is becoming 81 rated after being converted to a right winger. But most importantly, Cole Palmer is going to become a central attacking midfielder from a right midfielder, and he's going to go up to 82 overall. Beautiful. That's the one I was most excited about, to be fair. But I've already established we've got a very young team, which is why all of these players are going out on loan for at least a couple of years now. But going into season 1, look at the state of this team already. This is after only one signing and one spin of that wheel, remember. It's gone from being a bang average team at best to actually a title contender. Let's just hope the signing of Donnarumma actually pays off, because if this goes well, we could be looking at a couple of trophies in season 1. Unfortunately, that just hasn't happened, but we are top 4, only 10 points behind Manchester United. That's a far cry from last year's finish, isn't it? However, we didn't win the FA Cup. Leeds United, of all teams, knocked us out of round 5 on pens. And Reading knocked us out of the Carabao Cup. Come on, man, really? I mean, the very, very good news is everybody's happy. Everybody's massively improved on top of the 3 overall boosts they had already. But hang on a minute, why the hell's Thiago Silva in the team? Since when did Fofana have a release clause? He's gone to Roma for 41.5 million. Oh, come on, man. Really? The only real consolation, guys, is the stats do look pretty damn decent, especially in Nkunku. 18 goals and 9 assists in 43 games. It isn't bad at all for a centre forward. However, if we do want to catch Arsenal on that leaderboard, this season has to be the only season in this takeover where we don't win trophies. But we all know it's all well and good saying that. We've got to land on something decent. Oh no, what the hell's this? Cheating sod. You've been caught cheating. Deduct 35 points from your tell at the end of the season. Oh, come on. Are you taking the mick? Caught cheating doing what exactly? We've done bugger all wrong. I mean, that means we can kiss goodbye to the Premier League title this time. 35 points. That's just ridiculous. The slight good news, however, we've got just under $250 million to spend on this Chelsea team to help us win every single other competition we're actually competing in this season. So I started by filling that void that Wesley Fofana left last year. Alessandro Bastoni, 25.87 overall, cost us 112 million, but I believe he's going to be worth every damn penny of it. And we've still got over 110 million to spend, and we simply can't throw that money down the drain, man, especially when that wheel can at any point turn on us. It might sound cruel, but Mudrik's time in the starting 11 might be up. He's 82 overall. Granted, he's very goddamn young, so I will send him out on loan. However, I do feel like we need a stronger left winger. And I think Phil Foden is definitely the right move. He's only 24, 88 rated. He's already moved away from the Premier League. Maybe be inclined to come back to a different team in the Prem, though. However, he's going to cost between 125 and 155 mil. So if we are to make this deal happen, we're going to have to throw them a big player in this deal. And I'm thinking Romelu Lukaku. I'm definitely not going to use him. He's worth over 30 million, so this might actually make this deal happen. Nope, they want 124.5 million. Honestly, I don't blame them for not being interested in Lukaku. But hang on, what if we threw Mudryk into this deal? I know that this may not be popular. I'm a Chelsea fan, believe me. I don't like the idea of doing this. However, to get Phil Foden into the team, I reckon this is what we've got to do. And just for safe measure, 110 mil to go with it. Let's see what they say to this. They've actually accepted that. I'm going to be saying goodbye to Mudryk, but we will be saying hello to Phil Foden instead. That's not a bad deal, is it? Manchester City fans, look away. Your boy Phil Foden has now joined Chelsea FC. But the question is, guys, will Bastoni and Phil Foden actually make a difference this season? Nope, not really, guys. RB Leipzig smashed us in the UCL quarterfinals. United also smashed us in the FA Cup. And Arsenal beat us in the Carabao Cup final. We really are living up to that name Blue £1 billion bottle jobs, aren't we? And we were very nearly a championship side too, because after that point deduction, we were only 6 points above the drop zone. Could you actually imagine Nkunku and Foden playing in the championship? That's just mental. But stats-wise, it was a much better season. Palmer, Madueke, Foden, and Nkunku all bagging more than 15 goal contributions. By the way, let me know who you think the top goal scorer and assist is going to be. I honestly think Foden's going to be our top goal scorer, with Palmer being our top assister. But guys, we've gone 2 seasons now without winning a single trophy with Chelsea. If we go with 3 seasons without any silverware, we can kiss goodbye to catching Arsenal. But before we get to season 3, guys, if you're enjoying this takeover so far, leave it a big old thumbs up and smash that subscribe button. I'm racing Raman to 100k subs, and I seriously cannot let that twerp beat me. But I can't beat him without your help, guys, so if you do leave a like and smash that subscribe button, that would be greatly appreciated. Now, there's somewhat good news going into our 3rd season. There's equal bad and good on the wheel, but we've just landed on the bad one. Goals matter. You must score 80 goals this year, or all your attackers get a -3 in rating. This includes left wingers, right wingers, cams, centre forwards, and strikers. That is not really ideal, but not the worst thing in the world. The thing is, we can make signings, and we've got 271 million to actually do that. So honestly, if we don't get 80 goals this year, that's on me, not anybody else. Now, I've just checked. Last year, we did get over 80 goals, but season 1, we didn't. And honestly, with the amount of money we've got, I'm not going to take the chance on letting our front 3 just take the wheel this year. So unfortunately, Madueke is going to get replaced with a better right winger. I'm really sorry, Madueke, but I just need to make sure that our front 3 don't suffer because of one individual. And to be honest, I might actually improve our left back role too. I mean, when you look at the entire team, he's the weakest link in it, so this kind of just makes sense. And I think Alphonso Davies is the perfect replacement. He's 4 years younger, a couple of ratings higher. He'll be worth a lot of money, but I definitely think he'll be worth it. And following him is Rodrigo, currently playing at Arsenal in this save. He's 24, a couple of ratings higher than Madueke, I think this kind of makes sense. If we are to replace Madueke with someone, it's got to be someone world class. But we've just had to spend a lot of money to bring these players in, 250 million to be exact. Guys, we've spent a lot of money on this team, a stupid amount of money, and if we actually don't get any silverware this year, I'm actually as bad as Pochettino is in real life. But we've finally done it, guys. We've beaten Arsenal to win the FA Cup at long last. 3 years later and over $500 million spent, we've finally got a trophy. But it's a short-lived celebration. Liverpool knock us out of the Carabao Cup. And we were 3 points off winning the title, man. Look at that goal difference. We smashed Arsenal's. But the good news is, guys, we scored more than 80 goals, which does mean that our attackers are getting left alone. And it looks like Rodrigo was definitely the right choice. He was our top goal contributor by a country mile, 34 goals and 18 assists. We just need to pick up a bit of steam now. We've won 1 trophy in Season 3. For the remainder of this takeover, we've got to at least get 2 or 3 trophies, man. With a team this good, it's literally the bare minimum. But we all know the Wheel's going to have something to say about this. What's he going to say? Oh, no. Throwback to 2019. What's this? It's happened again. You're banned from making transfers this season. Oh, Wheel, go to freaking heck. Well, looks like I can't do anything to this team. All I can hope and pray for is this team actually delivers what they did last year and then some. But we still can't win the damn Premier League, man. This time we lost out to Liverpool, who quite frankly were just on smoke this year. But we have won the Community Shield, so that's trophy number 1. But Man City knocked us out of the FA Cup, so it's not trophy number 2 just yet. But it is now, because we've beaten them to win the Carabao Cup. And we've won the Champions League, beating Dortmund 3-0 in the final. You're watching Tottenham Hotspur. That's how you beat Dortmund in the UCL final. And looking at these stats, I'm not surprised we've done as well as we have. Rodrigo and Foden were on absolute smoke this year. Jesus, they were unstoppable. I've got a feeling we're just hitting our stride with Chelsea. It's ironic as well, the season that we don't actually get to spend any money, we do the absolute best by a country mile. But as you can see, we've only got 4 trophies from 4 seasons. We've got a long way to go before we're catching up with the rest of the teams on this leaderboard. Now, guys, we've just reached the halfway point of this takeover, and just look at our highest rated players, man. Not a single one is 30 years old yet. It just shows you how talented and young Chelsea's team actually is. And this is ridiculous, man. 462 million is what we've got in our budget, man. Top bowler, you've got stupid amounts of money, you have, kid. I mean, seriously, where the hell would we put that money? Even our bench is absolutely stacked right now. I guess we can worry about that after we spawn the Wheel, because there's no guarantee we're going to land on something good. We've landed on the worst one. Bad luck. Make your best player your worst. 0 overall. Oh, and make no signings. Oh my God. Well, that solved the budget problem, because we can't make any bloody signings now anyway. And guys, our highest rated player is Rodrigo, man. He's 94 rated, not even close to being 30 years old. We spent over 100 odd million on this guy, and now he's going to be the worst player in the goddamn team. I mean, look at him now, guys. 11 overall. He's not quite 0 overall, but that's as low as it'll actually let me make him. But it's not all doom and gloom, guys. Noni Madueke is back in the starting 11, and he's not a bad player himself. 89 rated. I just hope he can perform as well, or if not better, than Rodrigo was. Well, I don't know if he has or hasn't yet, but we've won the Premier League title by 20 points this year, so one way or the other, I'm willing to bet he's definitely performed well. But we didn't win the FA Cup. Forest knocked us out in round 5. 5-4? Come on, man. We gotta be beating Forest. But we've once again won the Carabao Cup, so that's trophy number 2. We've also won the Super Cup, so that's trophy number 3. And we've won the Champions League. That's 4 trophies in Season 5, guys. And the stats are absolutely incredible to go with it, guys, especially Foden. 54 goal contributions in 58 games. What a signing. I don't think it's a question anymore, guys. We've definitely hit our stride with Chelsea. It's just a question now of, can we keep this going? I guess we're going to find out. The odds are in our favour, though. There's only one bad option on the wheel, and we've landed on a good one this time. Wheel's choice. Spin the wheel of leagues and only sign players from the league it lands on. That's actually not a bad one, in fairness. I mean, I guess it really depends on what league it actually lands on. The Austrian Bundesliga. Okay, so we're heading over to Austria to see if we can find a bowler or two. Now, I've got to be honest, Austria surprised me. I found a couple of decent players. Santiago Castro, 23 years old, 81 rated, playing for Sturmgrass. Mads Bistrup playing for RB Salzburg, 27 years old, 80 rated. And also Matthias Delorg, a centre midfielder who plays for Sturmgrass, who's only 23 years old. I mean, they're definitely not going to make the starting 11 anytime soon, but but the wheel said to buy from the Austrian League, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And that is Season 6's transfer window wrapped up, as for the combined total of £80.9 million, we signed all three of these players from the Austrian Bundesliga. But now the question I asked last year is about to be answered. Can we keep winning trophies left, right and centre and keep this good run of form going? Well, so far it's so good, guys. We've won the Premier League title once again, this time in seriously convincing fashion. And we've won the Community Shield. And we've won the FA Cup as well. Oh my god, that's 3 trophies already. We've also won the Carabao Cup. And we've won the Super Cup. Guys, we are on for the 6th tuple. Ladies and gents, I've only ever won that once. Are we about to win it twice? I can't believe it. We've actually done it. Oh my god. Pochettino, I hope you're bloody watching, kid, because this is how it's done. I can't believe we've actually just done it. I know that this team is ridiculous and it is definitely capable of doing it, but the amount of luck that goes with it is ridiculous. And the stats once again are absolutely fantastic. Palmer, Foden, Madueke and Kunku at the bare minimum got 25 goal contributions. And as you can see from the leaderboard, we are only 10 trophies behind Arsenal. With 4 seasons left, honestly, all we need is another couple of seasons like this, and not only do we catch Arsenal, we overtake them. But guys, we've still got the wheel to contend with. What's landed on this time? C. What's C? Only signed players whose first or last name begins with C, and off top of my head, I actually can't think of anybody. I mean, we've already got our fair share of C's in the team anyway. Christopher and Kunku, Cole Palmer, Caicedo, Colwell, but bringing more players in the team beginning with C, genuinely, I'm going to have a proper look. But after looking, guys, the letter C completely delivered. Marco Carnesecchi to begin with, Atalanta's 29-year-old keeper who's 87 overall. Then there's Cody Gakpo, a centre forward from Monaco, 30 years old, 86 rated, and we do, to be fair, need a backup centre forward. But then there's Eduardo Camavinga, Bayer Leverkusen CDM, who's 26, 89 overall, the perfect replacement for Caicedo when he eventually starts dwindling in overall. And the best thing is we can absolutely afford these players with our budget, guys, because Todd Boehly is richer than rich. But that doesn't mean they weren't cheap, guys. We just spent just under 250 million to bring these guys over to Chelsea. Now, guys, prior to winning that 6th tuple, Chelsea were down and out in that leaderboard, but right now it's definitely changed the landscape. To surpass Arsenal now, we need a couple of trebles and a couple of doubles, and with the team we've got, that is definitely achievable. They just need to actually do it on the pitch. And it's a good start, guys. We are once again the Premier League champions, this time by 7 points. And we've won the Community Shield, so that's 2 trophies already. But Newcastle smashed us in the FA Cup final, and United knocked us out of the Carabao Cup. And Inter Milan beat us in the Super Cup. That's a trophy we should absolutely be winning. And Barca knocked us out in the UCL semi-finals. Oh, come on, man. That's just a repeat of that robbery all them years ago. But looking at the stats, guys, a minimum of 30 goal contributions from our front 3 and our central attacking midfield. I mean, that's just phenomenal, isn't it? But guys, I made a mathematical error at the beginning of the season. I thought we were 10 trophies behind Arsenal at the beginning of season 7, but after the 2 trophies we've won this year, now we're 10 trophies behind them. So in the remaining 3 seasons, we need at least a couple of trebles and a quadruple in order to even match Arsenal. So this has just got 10 times harder because we slacked this season. And it doesn't help that there's still a bad thing on this. Oh my god, we've landed on it as well. What's this bad position change? Convert your striker to a goalkeeper and make sure he plays every single game. Oh my god, and Kunku's going to become a goalkeeper. He's literally our 2nd highest rated player in the team, and he's about to become by a mile one of the worst, man. What is that wheel playing at? And there he is in the starting 11, 21 overall. And the worst thing is we've got to make sure he plays every single game as well. And to do this, I'm putting every single one of our goalkeepers out for a loan move, apart from Nkunku, obviously. But we do have 272 million to spend, and I'm not making the same mistake I did last time. Now, defensively, guys, I don't think we can do much better. Every single one of our players in that back 4 are above 90 overall. That's as good as you can get, really. But I'm pretty certain we can get a better centre forward than Gakpo. He's 86 overall. He's a very good player, but there's got to be someone out there a little bit better than him. And as it turns out, guys, there is Julian Alvarez. He's 30, 87 overall, and somehow now he's a centre forward. I wasn't aware that he'd been changed to a centre forward, but I'm definitely not complaining. Because for £88.1 million, we've actually found a better centre forward than Cody Gakpo. Now, yes, this doesn't change the fact we got a 21 rated keeper in between the sticks, and yes, we do need at least a quadruple every year to beat Arsenal, but there is still a small chance we can do quite well this year. Oh my god, I was wrong. I couldn't have been more wrong. We're 15th in the Premier League. Jesus Christ. Look how many goals we conceded. 81 goals against us, man. That is ridiculous. Even Southampton, who finished rock bottom of the Prem this year, didn't concede as much as us, man. I'm telling you now, guys, it's absolutely thanks to our strikers that we survived. But check this. We've beaten Newcastle United to win the FA Community Shield. Oh my days. That is lucky. That is beyond lucky. But West Brom knocked us out in the FA Cup. That is honestly no surprise to me, though. And Peterborough knocked us out of the Carabao Cup as well. And as you'd expect, we finished rock bottom of our group stage. I mean, we did get one win, so that's at least something. And here's your proof he played every single game. 50 apps. He actually got 3 clean sheets as well, whilst every other keeper we have is on the loan list. And it's like I said, guys, our strikers are absolutely the reason we stayed up this year. Without these guys putting in a right shift this season, we'd have definitely been in the Championship in Season 9. Thankfully, though, Kepa, Donnarumma, Konasechi, Petrovic all return for their loan moves next year, so we can hopefully just resume as normal. But we need more than normal for the next 2 seasons. We need 9 trophies in total just to match them. Otherwise, Arsenal will finish top of the leaderboard as champions. And it certainly helps that going into Season 9, both options on the wheel are good. We've landed on free pass. What's free pass? The wheel's been generous this time. Crack on as usual. You've been let off. I mean, you haven't really let me off. You can't do anything more to me. There's no bad options on the wheel anymore, you douchebag. But I've got to be honest, what the hell do I do to this team? Seriously, we've got no age issue. It's absolutely phenomenal. The only real thing we could do is try to find a better centre forward than Alvarez. And I can't believe it, guys. We've actually found one. Hugo Pereira from Leverkusen. He's 22.90 overall. I'm pretty certain he's Dybala's regen because Dybala is a centre forward. As you can see as well, I've been searching through every league and thankfully I landed on him in the Bundesliga. And here he is, guys. He has just arrived at Chelsea for a whopping 194.1 million. And there we go, guys. The Chelsea team is more than back to normal now. Not a single player under 90 rated in the entire team. And you know exactly what that means. I am expecting complete and total utter domination in every single competition we're in this year. And we're officially back to normal in the Prem. 20 points clear, top of the table, once again the best team in England. And we've won the FA Cup to go with it. And we've won the Carabao Cup too, so that's the treble. And I'll be completely honest, I forgot we weren't in Europe this year, so the treble was the only thing we could actually compete for. But moving on from that, these stats aren't bad at all, are they? Palmer, Madueke, Foden, all our top 3 goal scorers, the future of English football right there. But we've now got one more year with this Chelsea team, and no matter what happens, we just need to end it on a high note. Let's at least try to get a quadruple. But the first thing we got to do is spin the wheel for the final time in this takeover, and it is cheat code. What's it going to be this time? Sign 3 players of your choice with unlimited budget. Honestly, I don't think we need to. I mean, not only is this team absolutely disgusting, the bench as well. I mean, where do we actually need to improve it? I mean, yes, fair enough, an 83 rated centre mid isn't the best, but is it really necessary? We don't need to spend a penny more, guys. I'm going to put my full faith in the starting 11 to get the job done this year. Remember, we aren't far off Arsenal, so if we have a really good season this year, we may actually beat them to that top spot. And it's a good start, guys. We've won the Champions League by beating Arsenal themselves. And we've won the Community Shield. And we've won the FA Cup. And we've won the Carabao Cup. Guys, we're legitimately on for another 5 trophy season. But we haven't done it. Tottenham Hotspur finished 12 points above us. How the bloody hell did that happen? I'm actually gutted. We were so close to Arsenal in the end. Season 8 really did throw a spanner in the works, didn't it? But looking at the stats, guys, you can't take anything away from the individual performances from some. I mean, Madueke, Foden, Palmer, Pereira, just to name a few. And just look at the team we've ended this takeover with, guys. Our lowest rated players in the starting 11 are 93 overall. This is by a mile the best team we've ever created in a 10-season takeover. But we do end this takeover with 24 trophies trophies won, with Phil Foden being our top goal scorer and top assister. And this means whilst we weren't able to finish above Arsenal, we did at least finish second, a very respectable finish. But I don't know about you guys, I think that leaderboard's a little bit full now, so the next takeover will be completely reset, and we're going to give the takeover wheel a little bit of a rest and replace it with a brand new one. But that's where we're going to end this takeover. If you've enjoyed the video, leave a like on it, smash that subscribe button, help us to beat Rahman to 100,000 subscribers. And if you guys want to watch another takeover I've done, you should watch this one that I did with Bayer Leverkusen.